Hey, it's J.Bullett, and I'm going to be talking about exciting developments in wrestling in 2026, AEW and WWE. So before I get to that, like and subscribe, and let's get to it. Okay, so I'm going to start on the AEW side. Mercedes Moné. Let's start with her. Um, Mercedes Moné's journey, right? So she's on her path into a losing streak right now. So she's losing her belt slowly, right? So her journey, let's say afterwards, let's say all her titles are gone and she has no more titles. Now it's left for her to get back on track. This is the story I will tell. She loses all her belts. She's on a losing streak. And then I'll say maybe towards the end of the year or heading into the year, she finally becomes, or you can even do it into the summer, whichever way how you want to do it. She becomes AEW Women's World Champion, finally. Getting rid of all, now she has no titles. She's focused on one title. Let's tell that story. She could either do it as a heel or she could do it as a babyface. A heel, trying to turn its way and to a babyface and then get the win, depending on who's the champion at the time. However they want to do this again. But yeah, that's what I would do for her overall for her downfall. Like I said, losing the titles. That'll be the big downfall. Why she can't win. Maybe because she's been arrogant so much and, she's been so cocky and she's used to winning, stuff like that, that she's going to have to overcome that towards the end and turn her way. I mean, she could still be heel, just figure out, just get back rolling. But as a babyface, it'll be fresh, for her to get back into that, to get out of that downfall. But I don't know. We'll see. Now her rise within the AEW. Yeah. So again, she could definitely win some matches by turning a relief. Like I said, being a heel into a babyface. So I don't know. Either that or she still becomes heel and just finds another way of winning. Having a group or having just someone like, on her side, anything like that she can do. Just two different ways of doing it. I will probably lean more towards going into the babyface role because we've seen the heel already. She started off as a babyface, but then, became a heel real quick. I guess people weren't really appealing to her. And then she had to turn heel, and now, okay, she's been heel for a while. Everybody's going to be like, that journey is it's the journey, how you tell that story. If you tell it really good, they're going to fall. They're going to follow the story, they're going to follow her. And they're going to want to see her come back up. So you're going to get some cheers. You just got to just go with the flow, see what the fans are feeling out. Fill out the fans and see what's going on. Bring her up again. That's how you and do it that way. Just do it like that. And that's honestly it. It's literally all you can do to tell that story. It's so simple. Key moments. Okay, so key moments leading to her downfall. So again, the titles, losing them. Reading my notes because I'm going to tell you right now, I forget a lot. So I have to write notes nowadays. I'm all over the place. So yeah, like I said, her downfalls, losing her titles, losing in silly ways. We'll see how they do this. She's going to be doubting herself. So that could cause another way of her downfall. Losing. And again, bring herself back up again. And then the title pursuit. Going after the women's world title, she has to get some wins again. Maybe, like I said, either having a friend to help her out, having a group, as a heel still, or being a babyface, and getting back to pursuing a title. Just one now this time. Not pursuing all these titles, just the one. Let's not do that again. And again, analyzing her strategies and matches leading up to the championship. Like I just said, she's going to either have a friend as a heel. You can even do it as a babyface. however way you want to do this. You can do it as a group, and if you do a group, it's gonna have to be a heel group. You're not gonna have a baby face. I mean, you could do that too, but it makes more sense. But like I said, I think you should go as a baby face for her to pursue for this title. You know, in that journey, that'll be a better story to tell. And you see what all right, we see what's going on with Jon Moxley. It's like literally, I'm getting into that now. So Jon Moxley character evolution, you know, piggybacking from that, you know, she's gonna go into an evolution, right? Look what's going on with Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley's elevating into a babyface right now. Everybody's cheering him now. We like Jon Moxley. I mean, I've always liked Jon Moxley, but you know what I mean. The crowd are more into cheering him now. So yeah, let's go with that with Mercedes Moné. Let's evolve her character. Now let's move into Jon Moxley turning into a babyface, right? Again, with his character evolution, he was this psycho going about it a crazy way of elevating people to step up. You know, he was going about it the wrong way, and he was trying to get everybody, you know, elevated in his way, and it was a pretty messed up way. But hey, I guess he made a lot of enemies. So yeah, let's see what's going on here, because the Death Riders itself, they're still bad guys. I mean, we all saw with the These Nuts match. I think that's what they call it. They're still heels, you know. So and in his match with Josh Alexander, he was a babyface. Like literally, he got jumped. You know, it was like a babyface versus heel kind of match. But he's supposed to be like this badass, Jon Moxley. He's not really babyface. I feel like we should keep him as a tweener. You know, I feel like he fits that role. Put him as a Stone Cold role. Not like exactly like Stone Cold, but you know what I mean. Like, be this tweener, be this badass, you know? Minus the boss attacking and all that stuff. But I'm just saying, just straight badass. Have him be a tweener. He was sounding like Stone Cold too. When the whole thing with his mouth, his toothing, he was sounding like Stone Cold, like so crazy. It was ridiculous. But yeah, evolution to his character. We see it transitioning into our faces. Now from heel to baby face. You know, again, he was being a heel. Now, he's not babyface yet. He's not there yet, but he's getting there. Like I said, he's getting the cheers. Slowly but surely, he's going to get there. And then that's when you're going to get the turn from the Death Riders. So it's coming. It's coming soon. Real soon. Sooner than we think. But I mean, I hope they don't prolong it for so long, but it's coming. So yeah, he's becoming a fan favorite again. I mean, I feel like he's always been a fan favorite. Like on my TikTok, I've had people tell me they, you know, the whole thing going into WWE, they wished it was him, you know, being the hooded guy. But then I had to explain, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure they knew, but they just said, you know, in their heart, they wish it could be Jon Moxley. So it's like, yeah, if contracts wasn't, you know, a thing, it could have been him. But, you know, he's using the stomp over at AEW. Same thing what Theory's doing over there. You know, he's using his stomp. And I'm going to get to that in a little bit. But, yeah. Everybody likes Jon Moxley. I've seen it even on my live streams when I live stream on TikTok for the main shows, the pay-per-view shows at that. A lot of people were talking about Jon Moxley. I want Jon Moxley to win. Oh, I like, you know, what about Jon Moxley? Everybody's talking about Jon Moxley. So, yeah, he's becoming a fan favorite. He's always been a fan favorite, even if he was a bad guy. He was a little bit boring. I'm not going to lie. Everything was a little in the beginning with the Death Riders. Now everything started to turn, and we started to see the development in people and people elevating in that. And you see now he's transitioning into a babyface. Now he got a title taken away from him, and he was this guy. It was short, you know, like Monet losing right now, but it was short for him. He was losing, tapping, getting wins here and there, but not as much. Now he's winning. Now he's the Continental Champion, won the tournament. He beat the greatest tournament wrestler ever, and that was Okada. So he's doing well for himself. and now he's making people tap out. Josh Alexander tapped out. So yeah, Jon Moxley's doing good right now. Now the potential rivalries and storylines that may contribute to the babyface turn. Again, the Death Riders. That's who he's gonna be fighting off. Now, who joins Jon Moxley is that's a question that I don't even have right there, because he makes so many enemies, right? He had a lot of people he pissed off, and a lot of people who's really not gonna want to join with him. But knowing how wrestling is, how it's booked, some of the people are gonna, side with him. And not forget, because AEW don't tend to be that kind of naive. They could sometimes they get away with stuff, but you know how WWE does too. But at least now WWE, they're getting into that process of they don't forget, so that's good, because it's like putting a sledgehammer into somebody's head, and then a year later, now your best bud's going like this. And it's just like, dude, he tried to kill you last year. Why are you hugging up around him like you guys are brothers now? Makes no sense, right? It doesn't. And that's why I like how both AEW and WWE are like structured that way, where you have a rivalry with someone, but you respect them. Within that rivalry, you respect them somehow. You don't like him, but you respect them. Look what's going on with Hangman and Swerve Strickland. They're just teaming up, kicking people's asses, but they still want that one thing, and they still look at each other. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. I like how they keep it like that. They're not best buds and not having a beer together and kumbaya together. No, they're still looking at each other, but they're willing to work with each other because they can respect each other and trust each other. That's how you should do it. So yeah, the Death Riders are number one. Right now, it's looking like he's doing this whole thing with the Don Callis family. So Josh Alex, he took the belt from Okada, won the whole tournament. He had Kyle Fletcher. He just beat Josh Alexander. Now, Tacheska, would he wrestle him? I don't know. Maybe. He probably will. Anybody else in that group that he can face? I'm not too sure. But yeah, that's what's looking like that right now. Like, that's who he's wrestling. He's wrestling Don Callis family right now. Then you could do someone else in between before you get to the Death Riders turn. But right now, it's up in the air. Right now, it's just the Don Callis family. Oh, sorry, I forgot. And I didn't mention this too on my recap on AEW. Shelton Benjamin came out after his match with Josh Alexander. So that's not a rivalry. That's just a match we're gonna get. So yeah, we probably just get random things like that. Now, someone else could probably come out after that match. After the Shelton Benjamin match. Who knows? They'll probably be doing something like that. But yeah, let's see. That's an interesting one with Jon Moxley. And I have a whole breakdown video too about that. But yeah, getting more deeper into all that. Now, the third one is MJF and the quest for his championship. Okay. Who will dethrone MJF? So, okay, this is a good one. So we have clearly, and Kenny Omega was a shocker when he popped up on the screen. I would have never even guessed that, because I thought he was gonna be doing stuff with the Bucks, doing these trios and all that. I mean, he very well could be doing that still, but interesting that Kenny Omega's throwing his name in the hat. Then of course Swerve and Hangman. After AEW Dynamite, they went to attack him, but security stopped them, and yeah. So, but then now you have Samoa Joe too, also, and he's kind of trying to distract them. So they're having this thing between each other before. So that's 4 people already, right? Now, the person I would love to see, and I feel like they're going to do it. I hope they do it, and I hope he's fine to come back around that time. Is All In London. Will Ospreay. And I said it in the live stream at World's End. I mentioned Will Ospreay. And I think maybe someone else did too, but I know I mentioned him and everybody said yes. Will Ospreay. That'll be a good story to tell. In London, finally winning the AEW World title. that will be such a great moment for him in front of everybody in London. Just let's do it. I hope he's doing well. Please come back, Will Ospreay. Oh man, he's so good. I want him to come back. And one day I hope I meet you, man, because there were a couple people in my live stream who were saying he's such a great guy, and I'm like, wow, I want to meet him too. So one day. But yeah, Will Ospreay is my guy who I would want to dethrone MJF. Like, I'm not even joking about that one. I literally want him to do it now. Like, again, the journey to the championship. One of the candidates. Again, Will Ospreay. He comes back. He wins. Couple matches. I don't think he directly called him out. He may. I don't know. But make his return big. Like I said, win a couple matches. We're only in January. All In is in what? July? Right? July, August. One of those months. I feel like they change it. I feel like I feel like the last time it was in July, another time it was in August. I don't know. I could be wrong because I'm an idiot. But yeah, have his rise be into that championship. I would beat a lot of potential people, and then let's do that match. Now, switching over now to the WWE side of things. Theory's betrayal on the Vision. Now, I know I did a video breaking down to this, but this is one of my exciting developments in 2026. I did title that. So I did a breakdown of Jon Moxley, of him, question mark, babyface, and I've done one with Austin Theory. He's playing the Vision. I've done these videos already, but this is my exciting developments into 2026. I'm not getting too deep into it because I've already talked about it already, but these are my exciting developments. Like the big ones that are coming. So yeah. Theory's betrayal. So his betrayal is gonna turn into a babyface role. And I would want it to go that way. But I don't know what WWE's gonna do. Either he's gonna betray him. Seth is coming back. For sure. Seth is going to come back. Either he's working with Theory, calling the shots, or he's not. But no matter what, Seth Rollins is coming back. Who knows how long it's going to take him to recover, but he's coming back. So, yeah. So Theory is going to betray them. I don't know if it's going to be on Monday, this coming Monday, or they're going to wait it out. But he's going to betray them. And it could be Seth Rollins in the win, giving them orders. All right, playing them, or it could just be him really just being with them. But like I said, I could just see it. He's playing them. I know he is, and a lot of people agree. I've been ever since it was known, even ever since it was before known. I was saying, what if it is Theory? And I was saying this on my TikTok. If you go all the way back. If you go to my TikTok, J.Bullett Wrestling, same thing, logo and everything. You go back to my videos, right? Go around November time. Look at one of the videos I talk about Theory. You'll see I said it. And around that time, no one was even saying that. I didn't hear it. It could have been someone else, some other people talking about it. But I know I didn't hear it. And I was on the phone with a friend and I told him about it. And he goes, dude, I didn't hear that one before. So I was literally coming up with something before it even happened. That it was really revealed that it was him. Because I had a feeling it was going to be Theory. And then the reports, of him being there, everybody thought he was going to be a part of it. But no, the whole time, that was his thing. Without showing his face and everything, of course. But we all know it was him. The people who actually pay attention and really loves this thing. We do this to ourselves. But hey, we get excited about this stuff, right? This is why I do what I do. But yeah. He's going to turn into a babyface. I'm hoping it turns that way. Because it can also go with just them. If Seth is behind everything, they can just still be heels. But just going after the Vision. Heels and heels, it's happened before. And then after that. But I don't know. Then that wouldn't make sense. Because Seth might come back. And I don't want to talk about that yet. Because I'm getting to that part with the whole Seth thing and Braun. But yeah. it's gonna have to happen that way. And I hope Seth's good too to come back. So let's have that guy come back. Now, implication of his turn for both Theory and the Vision storyline. Okay. So there might be something where, you know, it happens all the time. Like, a mistake might happen between, you know, Theory and someone else. Whatever happens. Now, Theory can make a mistake and hit someone. They can. Right now, it looks like they're on his side and they're, you know, they're liking him right now. Now, let's see though what happens down the line when he starts making mistakes or losing matches, or it could be him causing the losses for the Vision, and he's not meaning to or pretending not to meaning to do it, and they get frustrated with him. Or it could be something that they say to him down the line. You know, it always happens where someone disrespects the other one, and then he just looks at him. You know, I'm just based off what I've seen for years. You know, that's how it always goes. Someone's gonna say something to someone. Someone's not gonna like it. There's too much ego in that group right now. Let's be honest. You have Logan Paul, the biggest ego out of all of them. You know, you have Bronson Reed. You know, the Shulafala. You know, he is the tribal thief. You have him. You have Braun Breaker. I'm pretty sure he has a big ego. Character. I'm not saying in person. I mean, wrestlers have egos, but I don't know. I don't really know him. I can't really say. I mean, look, I don't even know Logan Paul either, but it's been said. A lot of people said, yeah, he's a dickhead, but maybe he's trying to turn his life around. I don't know. He seems like a cool guy sometimes, but a lot of people don't like him and his brother. So yeah, that's just that. But and then you have Austin Theory, character-wise, ego. So everyone has an ego in that group. So something happened where maybe he's poisoning the group within without even being noticed. You know what I'm saying? You can go that route as well. So that's another way of doing it. You could book it that way. Now, let's get to okay. Now that's the end of that. Sorry, that's the end of that. I'm done with that. Now, Braun Breaker's title victory. If he does win this Monday, I don't know if he's going to win, but and I did a video on this one as well. Again, these things that I'm talking about, I made separate videos of them on their own. But again, this is me doing exciting developments into 2026. These are the big things I see coming into the new year. And it's true. I don't see anything else that's bigger than what I'm talking about. So I could be wrong. Maybe something else is bigger to you guys. But these are my things. These are the things I'm most talked about. So this is my list. All right. But again, you're obligated to your own opinion. That's fine. But this is my list. Again, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, Braun Breaker's title victory could happen. It may not even happen here. He may lose. He might go into the Royal Rumble, and he might win that, and then go to WrestleMania. And I talked about it as well in my video that I broke it down. Either Braun Breaker wins, and he holds it all the way to WrestleMania, and somehow Seth Rollins, I don't think he's going to win another Royal Rumble. I hope not. Let him win in the Elimination Chamber. Sorry. I talked too fast, guys. Sorry. Let him win in the Elimination Chamber. God, why can't I say that word fast? I have to say it slow. Let him win that, and let him face Braun Breaker. And whoever wins the Royal Rumble, let him face Cody. Let's do it that way, right? So it can go in two ways. Braun Breaker losing, Seth Rollins winning in one of the pay-per-view matches or whatever event, and it's Braun winning the Rumble, and then Seth and Braun. Or have Braun be the champion into WrestleMania, and Seth winning either the Elimination Chamber or Royal Rumble. We could do it that way as well. So, like I said, let's go that route. Now, his character development, and what it means for the future of WWE. So we all know how this goes. Right now, he was just a badass. He was kicking everybody's ass. He was spearing them. He was unhinged. You know, he was doing all of that, right? When he was by himself. Then he had this thing with Seth. They created division. He never really talked much. He had promos, but they weren't like the promos like what he's doing now. And yeah, Braun has gotten so much good. So much better. Sorry, so much good. So much better on the mic. So yeah, Braun Breaker is slowly developing into this guy for the future where he can be a potential babyface, you know, badass babyface for WWE, because we've had it with Roman Reigns for a while. We've had it with John Cena, but I'm talking about like ass kickers as baby faces. Okay, let's go with could I go with him? Okay, let's go Batista, right? He was an ass kicker. There we go. That's a perfect example. I couldn't think of the name. I couldn't think of someone who was a badass babyface. I don't know why I mentioned John. John was an ass kicker. He was just a good babyface. But ass kicker, it was Batista in the Evolution. He was the muscle, and now we all saw how that developed into, and he was a badass. He kicked people's asses, and he was a babyface. So that's literally the route they can go with Braun Breaker. You could literally go in that route with him. Like copy paste. Literally, that's what wrestling does. Let's copy and paste with these guys. So yeah, that could be his character development in Into the Future of WWE. Bad guy, heel, into a great babyface, ass kicking champion. It writes itself. Now, this is the one where I did not speak on about, and I wanted to make its own video about it, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna save it for another time, or maybe not. I don't know. I'll just put it into this. Okay. Chris Jericho returning to WWE. This is the one that everybody's been talking about for a while, and it was actually confirmed on Monday. I found out that it's looking more and more like he is going to return. Apparently, it's supposed to happen on Monday. I hope not. Why do that? Let's make a surprise at the Royal Rumble. Let's get surprises. It's crazy that I heard that they weren't going to do shocking returns or shock entrances in the Royal Rumble this year because they couldn't sneak people into the country. Come on, man. What are we talking about here? You can do it. Let's shock everybody with Chris Jericho. Why can't you just put a blanket over someone or towels and just have them walk and have people are walking around them? You can do that. Don't tell me you can't do that. Let's have the surprises and let's have the returns. Don't ruin it for us. That's what the Royal Rumble is about. We love that. We don't want to know everyone who's already in there. Like, I want to say, 5 of those entrances should be people we don't even know. At least 5 of them. All right? Out of the 30, let's have 25 that we know about, and let's have the 5. If you want to bring it up a notch, let's at least have 6 people, right? We'll know 24 of them, but the 6 we won't know. Let's have 6 of them that's oh my God. Let's have those. And then they might even just do 1 or 2, which is but come on, let's at least amp it up. All right, 4. Let's do 4 or 5. Come on. But the most 6. I would like 6. But they haven't done anything like that before. Have they? They probably have. I just so many Royal Rumbles I can't even remember. But yeah. Chris Jericho returning to WWE. Okay. So his potential return in WWE. Like I said, it's looking more and more like he's going to return, right? So potentially, I really do think he is going to return. I have a feeling because they haven't really been talking on the AEW side as much. It's just been more and more. And then I think I saw a photo of him and Kevin Owens, enjoying a game together. So there's potential there. Potentially, yes. It's really looking like he's really going to join the WWE again. Now storylines and rivalries upon his comeback. Okay, this is the one I want to talk about. So, yeah, he can have so many. I can name so many right now. Probably not straight away, but Dominic Mysterio, IC title. Jericho is what, the 9-time champion? I don't think he hit 10, or maybe he did. Oh shoot, I can't remember. Maybe it is 9. I think he's the record holder. I don't think he won 10 yet, or he did. I don't know. You tell me. Yeah, Dominic and him will be so good. And I feel like if you do bring Chris Jericho back, bring him back as a face, right? Let's just do it. He's coming back. Everybody's gonna be happy. Let's do a Chris Jericho face in WWE coming back. If you want, you could do him as a heel for a little bit. But everybody's going to cheer for him, right? We haven't seen him on TV for a long time. He hasn't been in WWE in years. Let's just do the babyface. Get it out the way. Or maybe not even turn him heel the whole time. Or there's going to be a potential heel turn in there. It all depends on how long he's going to be wrestling anyway. Because he is up there in age. I'm not saying it's nothing wrong with wrestling at the age he's at. But they're doing this whole thing where maybe he might have a retirement thing going on. So yeah, let's just see what they do there about that. So yeah, basically that's my exciting possibilities for both AEW and WWE in 2026. So there's a lot of great things going on in there. The Monet evolution character, what we're gonna do, the downfall into her becoming the world champion. I want to see that. That's exciting. Jon Moxley, still heel, but probably tweener right now into a babyface, and the potential people he can fight, down the line. And then we have the whole thing with MJF. Who's going to dethrone him? I want it to be Will Ospreay. Again, you can have Kenny Omega and a couple of these guys in there, but yes, I want Will Ospreay. Definitely Will Ospreay. I want to take that belt away from him. It'll be so good. Those are the big 3 for me in AEW. And then the Austin Theory betraying Vision. And I want it to be like, some of us are already going to see it coming, but just get us. Like, I still get shocked when they do it because we don't know when it's going to happen. Sometimes they make it obvious. I love it when they don't make it obvious, but it's still going to shock a lot of other people. So that's a good one coming. The whole thing with Chris Jericho. That's another one. I'm excited to see what happens there. And then the whole thing with Braun Breaker. I'm ready to see his future. As he stated, he's not the future, he's the now. And I like that about him. So yeah, those are the possibilities of both AEW. And listen, I'm gonna encourage you guys. I'm gonna listen to you guys. And I want you to share your thoughts and predictions into the comments. Tell me what you guys think. That's what I want to know. It could be anything. Hey, it could be the most outrageous thing, and I'll reply to it. Wrestling is fun, right? Let's make it fun. Any idea is not a bad idea, unless it's a really bad idea, like something crazy. But I'll listen to it. I want to see it. I want to see you guys type. Write anything you guys want to write. I don't care what it is. Let's just hear it. So yeah, that's me. That's me going into that. And I'm done with that. So, again, check out my other videos if you want to hear more breakdown of what I was talking about the about the MJF thing, Jon Moxley, who else? Austin Theory. I've been doing a lot of videos lately, guys. So sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with my sleep as well. So sometimes I'm all over the place. But yeah, you guys want to see more of my other videos? Click on them, share them. Again, as I stated in my other videos, I'm trying to make this brand. I'm trying to make this J.Bullett thing a big thing, potentially make it into the brand I wanted to and have a team. Right now, I'm doing this on my own. I edit on my own. I do the videos on my own. I memorize everything that I have to memorize. I have to do my research. I'm putting work into this and I'm getting so bad sleep these days. Like, it's so bad. I don't even know if you can see the bags in my eyes, but people notice it sometimes. You can see I have, the pimples are showing too. It's just stress. And it's not like stress in my life. It's just the stress that I'm putting into this that I want. Not everything's going to be perfect, right? And I'm not perfect. I'm not as good as all the other content that you probably see. I know I pause sometimes, but it's okay. I'm getting there. Sooner or later, I'll be a pro at this. But I am a beginner in this. I do know my stuff, as you can see. Yes, sometimes I have to do my research. Yes, I have to have notes. Again, I'm tired. Sometimes I can get lost for a second. It happens. Even when I'm doing speeches, I have to pause for a second and then just to get the word out. It's like if I'm talking to somebody, it's harder for me to get the word out at that moment, but then I get the word out, right? So, again, if you like what you see, click on my videos, share them again, right? J.Bullett, subscribe, check out the other videos that pop up. That's gonna pop up at the end. All right. So yeah, that's my 2026 exciting developments in pro wrestling right now. And next time, guys, I'm gonna see what I do. I'm still thinking of more projects, what to do. So stay tuned to that. Every day I'm just trying to get something out, and then I work on other things as well that I'm behind. But I'm trying. I'm definitely trying. I'm one person. That's all we can do, right? Is try and don't stop. The grind don't stop. Let's keep going. Thank you guys for watching. Again, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.